A new chapter. Meet the Maori Queen leading with pride. On September 5, 2024, Ngā Waihono Itapopaki was crowned the Maori Queen in New Zealand at the age of 27. The Maori are the indigenous people of New Zealand. She is only the second woman ever to lead the Kingitanga. The Kingitanga, or the Maori King movement, began in the 1850s. It was started by some Maori tribes in order to choose a leader equal in status to the British monarch. The goal was to protect Maori land and culture from being taken over or lost during colonization. This monarchy is special because the leadership isn't automatically passed down through family. Instead, leaders are elected by elders and experts from many tribes. Ngā Waihono Itapopaki combines both modern and traditional values in her new role. She has a master's degree in Maori cultural studies. At age 19, she showed her pride and love for this culture by getting a traditional facial tattoo. As the new queen, she will fight for Maori rights and represent her people in her dealings with the New Zealand government.
Welcome, everyone, to English for You. I'm Adam.
And I'm Elsie.
And Elsie, have you heard or have you ever heard of a queen who isn't chosen just because of her family?
That sounds different.
Mm-hmm.
Most queens get their role through family, right?
That's exactly right.
So who are we talking about here?
Well, today we are learning about a new Maori queen in New Zealand. She's young, passionate, and ready to lead her people in a unique way.
Wow, I can't wait to hear more about her story and what makes this queen so special.
Well, let's dive into it. The title of our article today is A New Chapter, Meet the Maori Queen Leading with Pride.
史上第二位毛利女王娜薇与纽西兰毛利族的未来。
Our article starts off by saying, on September 5th, 2024, Ngā Waihono Itapopaki was crowned the Maori Queen in New Zealand at the age of 27. There, everyone, in that sentence, we see the verb crown, which is to place a crown on the head of a new king or queen as part of an official ceremony in which they become king or queen. So an example sentence we would use, Prince Charles was crowned King Charles III in a grand ceremony in May 2023 following the passing of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II.
Crown 这边当作动词使用哦，指的是为点点点加冕或是立点点点为君主。那当然我们以前学过 crown 这个字呢，还可以当名词是王冠。那这边呢，我们不仅看到它动词的形式，还有看到的是被动 be crowned something， 那就是被加冕为或是被立为点点点。2024年9月5日，娜薇在27岁的时候被加冕为纽西兰的毛利女王。Maori 这个字呢，可以当名词或是形容词使用，表示毛利人或是毛利人的。那接下来我们还看到的会是 the Maori， 那就是一个集合名词，表示毛利人整体。
Moving on, it says the Maori are the indigenous people of New Zealand. She is only the second woman ever to lead the Kingitanga. There we see the word lead, which is a verb. It's to guide, direct, or be in charge of a group, organization, or activity, making decisions and taking responsibility for the outcomes. So an example using the word lead, we could say, as the CEO of the company, she will lead her team through the challenges and difficulties.
Lead 这个动词是领导。那这边我们还看到的形容词是 indigenous， 指的是原住民的。毛利人呢是纽西兰的原住民族。那娜薇她是历来第2位领导 Kingitanga 的女性。
Right, and that word's not easy to say, the Kingitonga, and you might be wondering, well, what is the Kingitonga? Well, our article says the Kingitonga, or the Maori King movement, began in the 1850s. It was started by some Maori tribes in order to choose a leader equal in status to the British monarch. And there, everyone, we see the noun tribe, which is a group of people typically with a common culture, language, and social organization, often living in a specific area. So an example we could say is, the tribe lived in the forest and followed traditional customs passed down through generations. Now, Elsie, when we talk about tribes, Taiwan is a very unique country. And if you had to guess, how many indigenous tribes do you think are in Taiwan?
Oh, actually, Taiwan officially recognizes 16 indigenous tribes.
Oh, cool.
对，官方认可是16个原住民族部落，每个部落都有自己的 unique culture, 独特的文化啦 language, 语言，还有 tradition, 传统。
So, those tribes needed to choose a leader. So there we see the word leader, and leader is a noun. It's a person who guides or directs a group, organization, or a country. So an example we could say using that word would be, the leader of the country is responsible for making key decisions that affect the nation's policies.
Leader 好，也就是在领导这个动词字尾加上 er。Leader 指的是领导者，是个名词。The leader of a country 那就是一个国家的领导者。The leader of a company 公司的领导者。The leader of a team 一个团队里面的领导者。那在这个句子的后半，我们还看到的是 to choose a leader equal in status to the British monarch。Status 这个名词指的是身份或是地位。Monarch 那就是君主的意思了，所以我们看到的这个毛利国王运动，它是开始于1850年代。那这个运动呢，是由一些毛利部落所发起的，目的是要选择一位与英国君主地位相等的领袖。
The goal was to protect Maori land and culture from being taken over or lost during colonization. There we see the phrase take over something, which is to assume control or possession of it or responsibility for.
Take over something 是占据或是接管，所以呢，如果我们看到后面接的是比如说 a company, take over a company, 那就去接管接手一间公司。那另外呢，刚才讲到的名词 colonization, 它指的是殖民化。课文说到其目标是保护毛利土地和文化，防止在殖民化的过程当中被侵占或是失落。
But like we were talking in the beginning, Elsie, this is a queen who wasn't chosen just because of her family. So there is something special about this monarchy. It says in our article, this monarchy is special because the leadership isn't automatically passed down through family. There we see, everyone, the noun leadership, which is the ability to guide or influence others in a group or organization, helping them work towards a common goal. So an example using leadership, we could say, his leadership was key to the team's success. He made sure everyone was focused, worked together, and felt motivated to achieve their goals. The next word in that sentence we see automatically, which is an adverb. It's as the result of a situation or action and without you having to do anything more. So an example using this word, we could say, join now and you will automatically receive 60% off your first purchase. Also, we see the phrase pass something down, which is to give something, especially knowledge, traditions, or possessions to the next generation or to a younger person.
好，我们这边看到很多的重点哦，来整理一下。首先 leadership 名词指的是领导权或是领导地位，所以一并复习一下 leadership 字尾的 ship 拿掉，你看到 leader 是领导者， er 拿掉，你看到是动词 lead 领导。那接下来这个副词 automatically 指的是必然的或是自然的，那你把字尾拿掉之后拿什么呢？拿 ally。 好，拿掉之后你会看到 automatic， 它就是形容词，代表自动的或是自动化的，比如说 an automatic door， 那就是一扇自动门。那另外片语 pass something down 是把点点点传给后人。那另外呢，我们还要再讲到这个名词啊 monarchy 指的是君主制或是君主政体。课文说到，这个君主制特别之处在于领导权并非自动由家族继承。So my question is, how is the leadership passed down if it isn't automatically through family?
Well, that's a good question. Our article tells us, instead, leaders are elected by elders and experts from many tribes. So we see the word elect, which is a verb. It is to choose someone for a position or role, typically through voting. So an example sentence would be, every 4 years, citizens elect a new president to lead the country.
Elect 这个动词是选举，是推选。好，所以呢，人民可以选什么呢？ People can elect a new president， 选一个新的总统，或者是 elect a new mayor， 选一个新的市长。好，这些都可以用到这个字 elect。那名词是 election。课文说到，由来自多个部落的长老和专家会一起去选举出他这个职位的适合人选。
So in our case, this 27-year-old woman named Nawe Hono Ite Po Paki was elected. And our article says, Nawe Hono Ite Po Paki combines both modern and traditional values in her new role.
纳维在新角色当中啊，结合了现代和传统的价值观。Both 这个字代表两者皆是。Both modern and traditional values.
Right. She's a very smart and ambitious young woman. Our article says she has a master's degree in Maori cultural studies. At age 19, she showed her pride and love for this culture by getting a traditional facial tattoo.
Tattoo 指的是纹身或是刺青，那这边用了一个形容词在前方形容它。这个形容词呢是 facial， 也就是脸部的。所以呢，课文这边说到，他拥有毛利文化研究硕士学位。那19岁的时候呢，他还透过刺青表达了对这一个文化的自豪还有热爱。
And I think that's really unique and very cool to, make sure that you are so proud of your culture and that you're going to represent your people in such a good way. As our article continues, it says,As the new queen, she will fight for Maori rights and represent her people in their dealings with the New Zealand government. There we see the verb represent. It is to act or speak on behalf of someone or something. It is to be a symbol or an example of something. So an example we could say is, she was chosen to represent the company at the international conference.Represent
这个动词是代表某个人、某个团体或是某个机构都可以。那这个代表人呢，我们就要用到名词，哪个名词呢？在字尾加上 ative representative 指的就是代表或是代理人。课文最后说到呢，作为新的女王，她将为毛利人的权益奋斗，并代表她的人民与纽西兰政府进行交涉。那我们的文章就结束了，现在到 For You Chat。Okay,
so everyone, for our For You Chat question, it says, what challenges do you think Nawe Hono Ite Po Paki might face in her new role?
Oh, of course, she's going to face a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
So what are some of them?
Well, I think, she's in New Zealand, and they're a tribe, and they're a group of indigenous tribes, so I think she really needs to make sure that she's protecting the Maoris' rights to do everything that they're allowed to do and things like that. Working with New Zealand government to protect the Maori rights is a big one.
Yeah, and she'll have to balance traditional Maori values with modern expectations.
Yes, mixing the old with the new. Yeah. Also, she needs to gain support from different Maori groups. Since there's so many different tribes, she needs to make sure that they're all under one group and they all support her, and she listens to each and every one of their ideas. What else do you think? Anything else?
I think she'll have to deal with political pressures.
Yeah, that's always a hard one, yeah.
And she needs to speak up for Maori interests.
Exactly. And being as young as she is, it's going to be an uphill task, but I think she was the right pick. Well, everyone, that is all the time we have for today. We hope you enjoyed this lesson about Maori culture and indigenous tribes. My name is Adam.And
I'm Elsie. 听完今天的节目还学得不够尽兴吗？欢迎到空中家教和老师练习哟。See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Crown. Prince Charles became King Charles III of England when he was crowned on May 6, 2023. Tribe.The U.S. has many Native American tribes, and each of them has its own culture. Leadership. The company's success was largely due to the strong leadership of its CEO. Automatically. Become one of our members, and you'll automatically get to use all our online courses for free. Elect.Donald Trump was elected to be the president of the U.S. in 2024. Represent. This man represents a bank and is here to talk to us about saving money.
智慧小补帖
Indigenous. Status. Monarch.Colonization, colonization. Facial. Tattoo.